Good morning, everyone. Are we good? Are we on? Believe we are. I look very what happened to my hair? It got all curly and I don't know, Victorian, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Hello to everyone. Welcome to the program. I am indeed in Studio B, as you've accurately surmised by the wood paneling. Hello to everyone in spaces. Why do I have to feel the need to look at my phone while I'm talking to the spaces like they're going to wave or something? They can hear me and it's fine. So show. It's a radio program like we used to do back in the day, the old fun time radio hours. This is my revival of vaudeville. There's people here already. Let's say hello. Spot's going to say it's 7:55 a.m. and I'm waiting for Guffman. Well, that's way too early. Nobody should be joining the chat at that time. Clint said, well, hi there, RJ. How are you doing these days around these parts? I guess I'm doing okay, getting things together, having a lot of underwear and video game collections. Okay, good for you. Are you selling them in combo packaging, or is it something you do in your spare time? Tom said, good morning, folks, and good morning, RJ. Hope Studio B is treating you well. Well, Totter, and maybe that's the reason for my Victorian era hair right now. It's a little like Interview with a Vampire or something. Ty said, happy Sunday. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing. We're doing things. I'm being and I'm doing. Jonathan Santos said, good morning to everyone live from Toronto. This is literally the last thing I'm doing before checking out. I'm going to the airport. I will say Friday, I met Jonathan Santos. He's vacationing in Toronto. And I met him, and we had, to the surprise of no one, coffee. And I also spoke to his mom on the phone. And now I'm just realizing we didn't take a picture. There's no proof. There's nothing. So it could all easily be a ruse. But nevertheless, if my word means anything to you, and it shouldn't, I met Jonathan Santos, a fine young man. And enjoy your flight. Austin said, good morning, everyone. Happy fall, autumn, pumpkin spice season. Shalala. It's not okay, whatever. People shouldn't be congratulating. No one says happy winter. People only seem like summer is very oh, school's out, or what are you doing for the summer? But fall, I don't know why we started celebrating it. I think because the same way Mother's Day, they were we need a good holiday to sell cards. I feel like this is we got to do something. End of September is kind of a dead spot, especially before Halloween. It's let's bring it. And what bothers me is the seasons don't grow gradually. You know, you're not let's add a little pumpkin and a little more leaves and until Halloween. It's what is it? September 22nd. Let's start hot. The fucking Dairy Queen has a fall blizzard menu. When did that become a thing? I will say the one thing I like about fall is the word autumnal. And I challenge any of you to use it in a sentence today, whether it be in the spaces in this chat or in everyday life. Sean said, hey, yo, Culties. Hi, RJ. Congrats on the podcast success. Thank you. I started a relatively secret podcast for 10 weeks, and now I posted it publicly. Only my YouTube channel members knew before, but now everyone does, or whoever reads these things. It's called More Content with RJ City, because I've learned I need to continue to put my name on things. So people don't say hey, you're coffee underwear. I'm no, it's been going well. And it's been doing well on the wrestling podcast charts, despite the fact that I've yet to mention wrestling in 10 episodes of the podcast. And last week, I looked at it, or this week, I looked at it, and in Canada, the charts said that my podcast was doing better than the New Day's. It was ranked one higher. And I was well, that's amazing. And I was wait a minute. I hosted the New Day podcast this week. So I've beaten myself. So that's what happens. There's so many things, and they're in competition with each other, and I often win, but yet I also lose. So it's been a struggle. Mia says, morning, everyone. I'm having a birthday hangover. And speaking of Mia, she was nice enough to send me these, I'll say it, Lilac or Lilac, if you want to be fancy, underwear, the Banana Republic, which is usually a way to slander a bad government, or a nice clothing company. Either way, you have your choice. And they're relatively short, but I'm not going to do it. It's a nice magic routine, is they have the fly. And so often, boxers have really skewed that little hole. They put the seam there and don't actually, but this one, I assure you, goes all the way through, and I don't know to where. And she wrote this card. Thanks for being me. I hope you enjoy these gifts. I got you the mug, which I don't have on me right now, because it fit your personality, even though I have no idea who Andrea Pippins is. Luckily for you, I don't know who the fuck Andrea Pippins is either. The underwear, you spelled that incorrectly, Underware, you spelled it like Coco Beware, nevertheless. If it doesn't fit, just email me, which I'm wearing them. They fit fine. I'll send you the receipt. I almost got you the wrong kind. Good thing for your cameo to lead me back on path. And the card says, thank you on the front. And the inside says, just a note to say thanks so much. Does this say, I can't read the sign off here. Does it say Love and Friends? Be a fun name of a modern folk group. I always like to look at the price of the card too, to see how much effort. No, there's no price here. Well done. Very clever. Well, thank you, Mia, and the happiest of birthdays to you. And good handwriting, full of joy and hope and love. Big swooping. I like to be a handwriting analyst without having any actual knowledge of the field itself. Jonathan said, happy birthday, Mia. Mine was this past Friday. I saw Jonathan on his birthday and did not realize it and didn't say it to him. So I have that hanging over my head too. Rachel says, hi, everyone. Spot Center's here. I'm way behind on the chat. I am catching up. David's here. David Arquette. He's a young actor coming up in the biz. Sean said, the biggest wrestling return of 2021 is the wood panels. We are back. I would like to host a show just here. I guess I am. That's stupid of me to say. Nails was watching the ads. God bless you. Emily said hello. Sean's wishing happy birthday. Spot Center said, let's hear about your experience at C4 Wrestling. Well, I didn't have an experience because I wasn't there. So I don't know what publications you're reading. Missy said, I've been captured again. Someone saved me. Susie said, good morning, RJ. Unfortunately, I missed the stream last week. Your mother is very charming. I will tell you this. After this stream, I synced it up, where once I end this stream, it will play a clip of my mother singing California Dreamin' while I was a backup singer to her from last week. So if you want to relive that now iconic moment, we can't stop talking about it. I would definitely stick around for when this ends. Erin says, good morning. Nail said, I also met Johnny this week and forgot to take a photo. You can say that about anyone. This is the best. Rob said, what a great rib. Johnny doesn't actually exist, and neither do I. And it was just the wind blowing down the lonely streets of Toronto. I will say this. Tonight is Extreme Rules, but it's also the Tony Awards. And so my loyalties are divided, and I've decided to really be efficient on Twitter and only write tweets that are applicable to both Extreme Rules and the Tony Awards at the same time. So I'm going to use both hashtags and confuse the Tony crowd and anger the wrestling crowd. And that's the way I like it. Clarence said, Star Fox 64 is coming to Nintendo Switch. I thought Star Fox was probably an asshole to work with. If you had to be a co-pilot or a stewardess on Star Fox's flights, I think he was a bit of a dick. I think he was a little too big for his britches. He doesn't look like a guy you want to kick back and have a beer with and sit in a hammock or something. Spoon agrees with me and says celebrating fall is just a ploy to sell pumpkin spice. Absolutely, because pumpkins are fucking cheap. They're not very expensive to grow. I think anyone can kind of grow them. They seem to be everywhere. I mean, you have patches, you have farms. They've been around forever. I will say, has anyone had pumpkin, like pumpkin puree, like in a can? I used to have it in shakes for some reason. It was delightful. Ref's Wizard says, very on brand. What that's referring to, I don't know. David said, that's why we're tag team partners, because we are both losers/winners. I've never seen a loser win more than David. Susie said, a podcast, very cool. I have to try it out. Try it on for size. The link is in the description of the video, or you can just look up more content. You'll see my face. You'll know it's me. The episodes are relatively short, which I think is the important thing. The first episode was 30 minutes, but everything else is usually like 10 to 15, which is, I think, generally doable. It's a long bathroom trip. Mark said, woke up this morning and my roommate was wearing my boxer briefs. Is that violating bro code? I'm going to ask you a personal question, Mark. Are you sleeping with your roommate? Because if you are, it is not violating the bro code. It's totally, even if you guys aren't in a relationship, if there is any kind of, well, not any kind of sexual activity, like if you guys just made out and then you woke up in the morning, he's wearing your underwear, I would be pissed about it. That's probably coming on too strong. I don't know if it's a violation. If you've had no sexual contact, it's a total violation. And the frustrating thing is, I don't know if you want to get him back by wearing his. Because first of all, I don't think he'll mind because he's already crossed the line. And second of all, I think it would feel gross to you. I think you should say, I would use this as, roommates always have to compromise and get along with each other. I would say to him, you know what? You've made your mark on these. As far as I'm concerned, if you're okay with it, they're yours now. And the way you can pay me back is perhaps by buying me lunch or vacuuming the hallway. Get something out of him that you wanted him to do in the grand negotiations of living together. That is gross. I've had, roommates wear my underwear. Well, I've had wrestlers wear my underwear when they've forgotten theirs, and I've had extra ones. That's not. That's more of an emergency situation. Certainly, people I've slept with have worn my underwear, and that's the value of sleeping with me, is that I have small, slightly feminine underwear, so you can get away with it in everyday dress. David said you could do coffee in your underwear on the bottom and teach on the top. Yes, teach is my hot new character. I put up a video yesterday of going through my old acting headshots, and one was clearly the character of Teach, the hot, young, fun history teacher who says school is more than learning. It's about making memories. And my favorite other catchphrase is, hey, guys, let's rap, but not in the music way. And all I needed is an earring, and I'm set to go. So I'm working on that character. It's gaining a lot of steam. And from famed French wrestling program, Le Boom, Matt Camp is here. There's a text from Kayla to both RJ and I. Oh, okay. Saying, Kayla Braxton, you may know her by her popular catchphrase, what are your thoughts? That's her. She said, why did I just get a Twitter notification about RJ in his underwear? And then Matt, I see in the chat here, is explaining to Kayla in the group message what I do every Sunday. I guess she's known me for over a year now and has had zero idea. So that's really nice of you, Kayla. This morning, Kayla tweeted something about, you can't put your Christmas decorations up. So it's Halloween time. And I wrote, why are your tweets so Bill Engvall? And she wrote back that she was insulted. And I realized that she was insulted because it was so accurate. It's not necessarily, Bill is a very successful comedian. He makes a lot of money. A lot of people like him. I just think it was a real accurate. She was upset at the reality. Neil said, and then, Matt Camp really reminds me of Ron White. Neil said, I like to think David is sitting on his dollar rug as he watches. David, are you using the rug I got you for your birthday and you didn't say anything when you got it? Tom said, the forbidden door is made out of that wood paneling, and that's why I'm sweating. The J. Aguila show said, good morning, King. Don't call me that. That's too much of a burden. Have a great stream. Well, I'm trying. We're 15 minutes in. How do you think it's going? Shan said, the Extreme Tony Awards. If Mario Cantone's there, shit is going to get fucked up. Ty said, did you watch SmackDown on Friday? I watched some of it. Anytime there's a new talk show, I saw Baron Corbin have a talk show. I'm like, let me look at the set and make sure they didn't steal any wood paneling. That's usually what I do. I saw that table fall, which, happens. Fellas got a heavy foot. I got size 14, and I've had them for a very long time. And when I bought shoes in Italy, I was in 8th grade, and my family mocked me. And they said two things about them. They were dress shoes, because we need to go somewhere nice. I didn't have any, so I got these giant dress shoes. And my family said, do they come with oars? was the first line. And the second one was, why don't you just wear the box? Neil said, Matt, tell her to hop in Spaces. She would make a delightful guest for RJ. I think she does enough talking. I don't want to make her, professionally, I don't want to force her to talk, nor do I think she'll have anything else to say other than, hey, it's not time for Christmas. Here's your sign. Neil said, oh, Twitter is going to be fun tonight. Spot Center said, of course, I know you don't wrestle anymore. There's an argument to be made that I never wrestled to begin with. I was continuing my deep dive into Ontario province wrestling companies and saw you in an old clip. Spot Center, tell me what the clip was. Neil said, no Extreme Rules pun. I'm working on it. I would like to see some of the rules. Val said, apple is better than pumpkin and nobody can make. I think apple is perhaps more versatile. Does anyone make pumpkin cider? I don't think so. They only put apple, the pumpkin spice. They just put it on top. It's too overwhelming, which means you shouldn't be doing this shit. David said, I wore a jock strap in our first match together, and when you went for the back scratch, you pulled them down. Why didn't I get the extra underwear offer? David did, and it's not in the doc, but I demand if they give me the extra footage, I will gladly make a cut and put it out there. There's a couple things that he did totally backwards. First, he waxed, which makes your skin way more sensitive, especially when you're sweating and getting hit by other men who are also sweating on you. So I advised that he was like, he went into this thinking what you should do and not really asking. And secondly, the jock strap, and he looked like he was on the cover of He magazine or something. It was very bizarre, but I think you wanted it. I didn't think you want the lines, and I also don't think we hadn't known each other for that long. And of course, after we wrestled, then I was like, okay, this guy can wear my stuff. And I've worn your clothing, but I don't think we've gone undergarments yet. Do you want a pair of my underwear? Are you asking me for a pair? Because I'll just send it to you. Glenn said, RJ, have you thought about challenging Effie for the internet championship and selling it back to Cardona for your 10% plus interest? That's a lot of work for something that I'm genuinely owed by his fiance. I mean, I might show up at the wedding and say a few words. I think that may be the opportune moment. And I don't know, king of the internet is just weird. It's like being the king of cable, which did exist. I'm primed for the television championship. Every television championship. If you were a TV champion, not even putting you on notice, I'm just saying, give me the belt. I don't want to bother with this wrestling business. Aaron said, the Tony Awards are only on Paramount Plus, and I'm very salty about it. Well, fuck that. Oh, Kayla made a comment, apparently. Matt is alerting me. Oh, Jesus, I'm getting there. Mia wants a dramatic... Okay, let me read Kayla's comment first. Oh, Kayla Becker. I don't know who that is. Kayla said, I had to just subscribe to this thing to send this comment. As you should. I'm putting in the work, and you should show a little support. You don't retweet my tweets. You don't really... I know you read them. I know you like them. I just don't see you putting in the work. And now everyone is saying, hi, Kayla. This is Kayla, of course, from the wonderful program, Orlando My Way. And she walks the streets of Orlando. That's not a good way to put it. She kind of loiters. She's a social butterfly amongst the people of Orlando. And she says, oh, is there a baseball game? What's going on today? Oh, is there something fun to eat? And then, oh, Billy Gardell has opened a pizza shop. Let me have some pizza. Yes, this will not show up years later online. And she goes, oh, is there a water park or a hotel or something? Everything looks great. Orlando is fun. All right, let me... Mia had a request for a dramatic reading of In the Air Tonight. Oh, my God, this is long. We'll blow through this. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I have been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh, Lord. Can you feel it? Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there, and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes, so you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. And I could feel it coming in the air tonight, oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, Lord. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Well, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, will I remember? I remember. Don't worry. How could I forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep the silence up. No, you don't fool me. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, Lord. I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And scene. So, Kayla, that's what I do here. A little bit of acting. Hope you're taking notes. Ty said, if you saw Corbin's talk show or Roman Montez, I was standing right behind him in the middle wearing your shirt. I was on TV all night. I did not notice that. I watched it and I didn't notice it. So next time, stand on a box. Sean said, Ron White friggin' rules. I did see him in Detroit years ago. So Kayla got a shout out. Does she have a reaction? So Sierra said, sorry, I'm late. My birthday was Friday. Happy birthday. Is it fucking everybody's birthday this week? And I didn't like any middle-aged party animal, I didn't celebrate until last night, and I had a late dinner and overslept. Well, that's what age does to you. It ruins the things you enjoy. Sit with that one. David said, no, it's okay. He doesn't want my underwear. I think I'm going to maybe send you a pair anyway. Good one. Maybe I'll send you the pair I wore with Steve Austin, and you can hang it up. And then in the morning, you look and you say, these memories. Queen of the Ring is also here. Hello. Nail said, I don't want you to fight Effie. Also, if you wrestle, Hook wins. Me and Hook are having a silent contest. The first one to wrestle loses. Val said, I totally forgot. I saw Chelsea Green at a show tonight. I should remind her about the $10. My sincerest apologies. She's doing a lot of wrestling shows. If you see her, just yell, where's RJ's $10? Kayla said, wait a minute. This is the best because Kayla messed up. Kayla is obviously new to YouTube. This is a new world for her. She wrote, I only, and then hit send before she could finish the sentence. And then wrote, I only retweet good tweets. And that would have stung had you gotten it out correctly the first time. Better luck in the future. Ricky Lynn, we're getting good. We're getting good Tony Awards. Most of the awards are being streamed at 7 p.m. Eastern on Paramount Plus, followed by a 9 p.m. musical theater concert, including 3 big prizes broadcast on CBS. That makes a lot more sense. That's a lot more reasonable. They took it all and put it on Paramount. I would be upset. So I will be tweeting the Tony Awards and Extreme Rules at the same time with the same tweets tonight at 9. Neil said, Val, you now owe RJ $10. You should be kind of ashamed of yourself. Kayla said she's already unsubscribed, yet she's still commenting. Or maybe she's left to go do something, to go find more Orlando. Oh, look at those trees. Oh, is there a butterfly conservatory? Oh, she goes out to a butterfly. Oh, what are your thoughts? Let me ask this butterfly. What are your thoughts on Christmas decorations going up too early? I'm Caleb Becker, and this is Orlando. My way. To hell with Frank Sinatra. He had his my way, you know. This is Orlando. You come to my town, Frank, and you get in line behind me, because this is Orlando, my way, not your way. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. I face it, not you, Frank. Does she sing My Way at the closing credits of Orlando My Way? These are all on YouTube, by the way. David said, King of Public Broadcasting. And I would like to remind everyone that me and David genuinely tried to host a PBS pledge drive. And I checked. We only went to Buffalo. It was the one I was most familiar with. And I got kind of high up the chain, then they stopped answering me. I think we should try again. There's other affiliates out there. But I would like to be the king of public broadcast because this is what this is. Erica Renee is just using my emoji. Nail said, Kayla is going to get ruffaloed if she keeps this sass up. No, I'm so proud of her and the work she has done. And she's a good sport. And next time I go to Orlando, I'm going to go on her walking to her. David's laughing at Nils. David said, do you think the story about this song is real? Oh, the one, do you mean it's about Dave Coulier? Because Dave Coulier and Phil Collins were like, that's what I heard. They were in a movie theater or something. That's the story, Queen. Mia loves it. David said, I thought it was real till now. Sean said that Phil Collins wrote it after seeing a guy drown and another guy not save him. Here's my question. Why didn't Phil do anything? Does Phil float? You want to hop in, Phil? I kind of wrote it about himself. Oh my God. I was at the beach and this guy was drowning and no one was helping him. And I watched the whole thing from the shore. Ty said, sorry, next time I go on TV, I'll bring a 3-foot box to stand on. They'll let you in with a box, a big unmarked box. It's totally fine. Kayla said, is this still? And then she has sent again. Kayla has a larger fingers than I thought. Disproportionately large fingers, obviously. She wrote, is this still? And then wrote, damn it, because she knew I was going to. Is this still live? Or are you just repeating the same jokes? You're a riot. And you just did the send early bit again. Look at this. You can tweet out you can tweet out. If you're a member, a YouTube channel member, you can post your anniversary. They give you like a free super chat. SM has been a member for 17 months. Dear Lord, YouTube gave me this free as a member milestone. Was going to request a 60-second scene, but I didn't pay for it. No, you didn't. And these are the rules. But happy anniversary to you. Mia said, I love you, Kayla. Well, Mia and Kayla, I hope you guys, have a coffee or something. Mac said, Kayla is doing Columbus my way this afternoon before Extreme Rules. Why don't you do that? Why don't you get a crew with you? And you're like, let's have something to eat. Let's eat a chili cheesesteak or something. Welcome to Columbus. And then you walk up to the owner of the diner and you say, sir, what are your thoughts? This woman wants to kill me. Glenn said, RJ, are you going to be in Las Vegas 10/22? Is there a reason for me to be there? Like, are you just asking, do you want to go out? Or is there something I should be going to? Tanner said, when wrestlers wore your underwear, did they return or keep them? They returned them. Some they returned. Some I was like, you keep them. Because some I was looking to get rid of. And then maybe they still wear them. Sean said, dramatic reading of the Frasier end credits song. This was probably done before. No, it wasn't, Sean. Frasier end credits song lyrics. Let's see if we can find that, which is different than the opening. Okay, well, sometimes he says different stuff. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Oh, I see how. Okay, now we've got it. I see how. Let me try it again. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling tossed salad and scrambled eggs. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged. Ha. Ha ha. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salad and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. And now this is a list of all the alternate endings. They're calling again. Good night, Seattle. We love you. What is a boy to do? Good night. Frasier has left the building. Thank you. Scrambled eggs all over my face. What is a boy to do? Good night. Everybody, see you next year. We love you. So this song is obviously about sexual fetishes. And once you say that, I don't need to explain any of the lyrics. You're like, what's this song about? They're so intellectual. And then it's about this disgusting business. And then you're like, okay. Look, Erin has been a member for 17 months. Also, she could congratulate, happy anniversary to you. I'm sure Kayla's very confused by all this. Mac said, Kayla is 65 when it comes to technology, so she somehow fits the demo of the show. That's why she is a longed admirer of my work. Always. I will say, and I screw myself when I make comments on her Instagram, because then people, I don't know if she has the savviest, technologically speaking, fan base. People will comment to her on my comment and I will get tagged in them. I've been getting notifications on one particular post for literally weeks now. And it's enough. SM has a 60-second scene. You're a seat filler at the Tony Awards. You pulled a Kramer and gave an acceptance speech. They try to kick you off the stage unsuccessfully. Okay. Let's do this scene. Oh, excuse me. Mario, I had to go to the bathroom, so I'm here. Nice to meet you. I'm from Jersey, so the traffic wasn't too bad, but oh, that's great. It's you? Life is a show, and we show our lives, and we live the life that we show, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Tony. I love Tone. I love Big Tone is what I would call him all the time, and I want to thank everybody named Tony. Danza is the only one coming to mind. I know Soprano, but I don't think there was a Sopranos play. Was there a Sopranos? Oh, we have to go. I'm sorry. We have to go. Thank you to my agent for the seat filler. Thank you. And scene. That was a fun premise. Aaron said, oh yeah, I did this already. You're celebrating your anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. Oh my God. Kayla's commenting more. What a day. Nails has been a member for 17 months. I got a free chat. She says, fuck Mark Ruffalo. Wash your sinks. Hey, lady. And other celebratory RJ-isms. Kayla said, ooh, do the Pina Colada song. I'm not doing that. My connection is unstable. See what happens when you do this, Kayla? Matt said, you have to pay for it, Kayla. And then Kayla said, I'm poor. Yeah, you spend all your money on your microphones. Erica said, also make it creative, Kayla. People are just, oh God. Kayla said, how do I pay? Cash. Oh, Jesus. Matt, oh, okay. Chom, does he take checks? I take diners. Do you have a Diners Club card? Tom has been a member for 16 months. Haystacks Calhoun was a mountain of a man, he says. Oh, yeah. Kayla said, just can't cash it until Friday. I've heard that before when I've done an indie show. Queen of the Ring says, for the seat filler, she's laughing. Matt has been the gentleman of all gentlemen and has paid for Kayla's choice. Because obviously he's higher in the pecking order than her, and he's doing better financially. So, Kayla, what is your choice? Do you want the Pina Colada song, or you want to take a minute and think about it and then try to comment again, and then your old disproportionately large fingers will mess up your comment? I'll give you a minute to decide, and then you're getting one because of Matt. Blue Meanie said, good morning to all. Good to see RJ is back to broadcasting from his David Lynch movie set. Ideas are like fishes. All right. She wants the Pina Colada song, so she's fucking getting it. That's great. This one is for Kayla Becker, host of Orlando My Way. The Pina Colada song, which is originally, if you like Humphrey Bogart, this was originally what it was called. And it's called Escape. And then they had to put the Pina Colada song because that's what everyone knew it as. And this is the story of a couple that seems to be in an open relationship with themselves. This like role play. They're like, I want to have that fantasy where you're having an affair and this mysterious man, and it turns out to be the person. It's a very, okay. I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long, like a worn-out recording of our favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. And I quote, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape. I didn't think about my lady, and I No, that sounds kind of mean, but me and my old lady had fallen into the same old dull routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and thought, I'm nobody's poet. I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not too much into health food. I am into champagne. I've got to meet you tomorrow by noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. So I waited with high hopes, and she walked into the place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. And this is like an episode of Cheaters with like Joey Greco in the background. And it was my own lovely lady. And she said, oh, it's you. Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, I never knew that you like pina colada and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean, which is just wet, and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, which sounds dangerous, you're the lady I've looked for. Come with me and escape. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and you're not into yoga, if you have a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food. I am into champagne. I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's. And then we slowly fade away. So I think they did it and then realized that maybe it's not the things we do, it's the people we're with, and we don't really like each other. So let's open this up and swing. Let's put a white rock and a pineapple in our garden and see who knocks on the door. And scene. That was the Pina Colada song for Caleb Becker, host of Orlando My Way, compliments of Matt Camp, host of the French wrestling program Le Boom. And special shout out to him and Penny Camp. I know she's listening. So, Kayla, that's, I hope you're happy here. Yeah, okay, Pina Colada song. You fucking got it. And it was a long one. I earned my money on that. Matt said, Kayla spamming the chat is how we all expected the morning to go. Kayla, I will tell you something. If I didn't realize it was you and I didn't have confirmation from Matt, I may have kicked you out of the chat by now. Oh, Ty said, very nice. Okay mug. This is an OK Gamer mug, which you can get at okgamer.net or org. There's a link somewhere. Just look at OK. There's a skull with a hair, a skull wearing a toupee, and a hood. Sean said, the song's a bit of a gimmick, but honestly, it slaps. It's a good song, but I don't like the echo of it. Meaning I don't like Kayla, for example, saying, oh, I love this song. It turns me off to the song. Pogirl has a tribute apropos of nothing. Kayla said, bravo, 5 out of 10, which is the highest rating I've ever gotten by someone with disproportionately large fingers. Erica said, I understand this song now. Well done. And I provided that context. Yolanda said, see, I miss when a man would holler at you like that. They would just yell things that they like. I would say when I was a child, my drink of choice was either a Shirley Temple or a virgin pina colada. I never understood why, like, pina colada, this is amazing. Take the alcohol out. Everybody should be drinking. It's coconut and pineapple. So I would drink it. And Kayla said I got a message. I recorded the whole thing. I will use it at a later date. Let me explain something to Kayla about YouTube. Once this ends, it's available. So you didn't need to record it. It's been recorded by YouTube, which kind of collects the video as I broadcast it. And I might even clip it and put it up on my own. Because I need the money. We can't all go traipsing around Orlando. Hey, Kayla, now that I did that song, what are your thoughts? SM said, yay, Penny. Nails said, with Miss Nails, have you filmed Ask RJ yet? No, I haven't. By the way, to my Key to the City members, I will be filming it on Monday. So you have today to get your questions in on the community post. Will I have a guest? No. Because if so, I will add some more probing questions. You can only probe me. Rob said Hook does come across like a secret thumbs downer. I don't know. Yeah, he does. Maybe that's been him who's been leaving the thumbs down. SM said, all while wearing his backpack. What are we talking about? Nail said, Matt saved her. Matt saved Kayla from a ruffaloing, I'll say. Blue Meanie said, do you think a bar named O'Malley's even owns a blender to make pina coladas? They're clearly a PBR and shot of whiskey type establishment. I think they have the pina colada pre-mix in the back corner of the fridge, and they mitigate the fact that the date is expired by the fact that it's been refrigerated for a very long time. I actually think it's Mike O'Malley's, and the password is, do you have it? And I'll leave that for some people to decipher. Yolanda said, girls, you want to make love on the dunes. But then that movie Dune, that doesn't look like a place I want to have sex at all. Are these dunes like on golf courses? Spoon said, I thought they were singing about Halo ice cream. Didn't realize people love that brand so much. Queen said, you'll be lucky if O'Malley's pours a good Guinness. D Cell said, good afternoon. Rob said, life spoiler. At home, Hook wears long sleeve and has his hair combed down tight to his head. And I take this thing off, and it's a real Telly Savalas. Tiffany said, hello, listening while doing homework. It's becoming a thing now. Well, I'm happy that I could help you study. That's so sweet of you. Val said guts. Val got it correctly. Val said nails. Have I even made the coffee? I've been drinking my pre-coffee. It's now 10:10. Spoon said, does Kayla work in HR? Kayla supported small business today, and she should be very proud. Can I press this? Kayla, this is how you make coffee. I'm sure, Kayla, that the coffee you drink is of a low quality. So I want you to, oh God, this feels like it's going to squirt out all over the place. Doing a real slow press here. Jesus. There we go. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Queen said, press the French. That's the old chant. Brandon said, where did you get the Pee-wee's Playhouse trading cards, which I unboxed on my YouTube some weeks ago? I got them as a gift years and years and years ago. It was a birthday gift from a gal that we always wanted to date each other, and then it never worked out. And I got these Pee-wee's Playhouse trading cards out of the deal. So that's for the best. Matt said, is it gimmick infringement if I press in the bump pre-stream? As long as you put it on Instagram and tag me in it, and then I can invoice them, that would be amazing. Matt said, I'm running out of stuff to do. You guys should have like a whole little, it's like that pre-show, it's like a security camera footage thing. And I think you guys should have like a little interactions, get into arguments or something, and then just have tension on set. So, ooh, what happened? It's like when Bill Murray whispered to Scarlett Johansson at the end of Lost in Translation. They're like, oh, what did he say? That kind of thing. And then you never address it. Kingdom is here and said that press looks terribly unstable. I haven't used this one in a while. I think I needed to oil it. Rob said, Kayla didn't go to journalism just to work in HR. I will say Kayla is a versatile professional, and she can do whatever she puts her mind to. Proud of her. Hanging in there. I know she's left by now because she has to, I don't know, go on some tour by herself and ask the tour guide to take pictures of her I'm in a jail cell. I went to Alcatraz or something weird. I'm putting a little stevia in. I know you can't see it. Matt said, exclusive to the cult, we're buying karate fighters to play with during that time. I think that's a great idea. Can't you guys get the old LJN thumb wrestlers with the ring for your thumbs? That I would watch. And you guys should have a silent tournament. Every episode you have a match, like best of 7. That kind of thing. And then just have it on the wall. It's silent. Back in the silent film days, it's very Hal Roach. It's very James Finlayson, which is a name that only I know. So I'm talking to myself right now. Queen said tension on set equals ratings. That's why anytime I was on, it did so well because Kayla has such animosity for what I'm about. SM said, RJ's about to get another set of Pee-wee cards as a gift. SM is apparently sending me a bunch of cards to unbox, and I'm very excited. D-Cell said, or maybe I should argue semantics like Shayna and R-Truth. I should argue condiments. They're real condiment heavy, and I thought it was kind of a ruse to put out a line of products. You know, Shayna's spices, that like kind of a dry rub. Put this on your pork. Sean said, Kayla and Stanley Tucci are searching for the venue. I would love to know. Kayla's obviously left. She didn't even say goodbye. But I would love to know if Kayla has found Italy. And if not, you should really search for it. Neil said, I don't think she's left. I think she's thinking of a fresh insult to Half Right. I love how Kayla is getting destroyed and roasted by not even me, but by my members, which is, I think, the benefit of being part of this group is that you pick up those things. Well done. Nails. Positively E said, thick thumbs. She's just getting destroyed here, and she doesn't know it. I'll send her the recording of this. I'll upload it, and I'll have it converted to either VHS or Laserdisc, depending on what she has. I know she's on the cutting edge. Steve said, "Hello, Governor. Been a long time. I would like to be maybe a senator. Hello, Governor. Really, people say it all the time. No love for the senators." Matt Camp with the Billy Kay insult correction. Kathy, not Kayla, went to journalism. And hey, Kathy doesn't have the same ring. And that explains a lot. Yes, it does. But Kayla did go to Orlando, and she did it her way. Rob said, Shayna spices like Shayna basilweed. I don't know. It's more of an herb, basil. Shayna basil. I see where you're going. That makes sense. But still. Ty said, hey, don't shit on Shayna when it comes to food. She won't feed you. She's mainly into the red meats. Find it difficult to digest. She wanted to make a Cobb salad. Hard boil an egg and throw it in some greens. I was talking, who was I talking to last week? And I said the guy who invented the Cobb salad must have became last when people were putting their names on salads and putting those all together. There's a degree of animosity there where he seems to say, oh yeah, well, I'll put bacon and turkey and an avocado. And they're like, oh, we already have one of those. And then he's like, oh, I'm not done. And an egg. They're like, you just give a raw egg? No. A hard-boiled egg. And that's it. It's mine, and no one else is going to copy it. Basil-Lur. That makes more sense, Rob. I'm sorry. He incorrectly typed. He might have the same sized hands as Kayla. Hello, Senator, said Steve, and thank you. Erica said senators are often terrible perverts. I think that speaks to the person and not the job description. That would be a great insult. He calls him out a senator. This guy's over here. Yeah, don't hang out with him. Don't like his Instagram post. He's a real senator. Matt said, would you be willing to take part in Shayna doing a tutorial of how she destroyed Naya's arm? Sure, if I could hold the dummy. I think I should teach Shayna a few moves of my own. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. I don't wrestle, but I chain in my spare time. Nail said, I would never mess with Shayna, even if she came here and wrote half insults to our cult leader. Nope, not me. I don't think she's the commenting type. I think she's the let me invade your personal space and breathe slowly and stare up and down kind of type. Mia said, best hangover cure is listening to RJ, having Kayla join. What a wonderful morning. We didn't even get to any of Kayla's tweets, but it's some funny stuff. I know she's done some stand-up, and I'm excited for the Blue Mike comedy tour. She's left now, right? We can stop talking about it. SM said, totally going to start using senator as an insult. Get a load of this guy. I went in the bathroom, and these guys being a real senator. Shanika said, a very belated good morning to everyone. Bird song is a terribly ineffective alarm. Is it that one? It's very annoying. I need the old da-da-da-da, and it gives my bones chills because it just makes me feel like I'm late. I am the person who gets up before my alarm. I will have to set my alarm later, knowing I will get up before it and stare at it. Kingdom said, yeah, what's with this I don't wrestle nonsense? Let me explain this. It's not that I don't wrestle. It's that people don't offer enough money. Does that make it better? Is it a little more clear now? Could I? Would I? What is the price? I have a price. They just don't have the money. Ty said, I'll mess with Shayna if she comes in and insults RJ. Payback for her waking me up at 1:30 a.m. last night. Did she do it with a bird song? Matt Camp is tweeting. Matt said, please, see, because Kayla wrote, oh, I'm going to record this and use it at a later date. And then Matt said, please include the original link so that people can watch the program because you want to support, And then Kayla said, to the surprise of no one, I don't know how, and it's already up. Next time. She just recorded off her screen, and now she's in Spaces. Kayla, you're all over the place. Do you need like a rudimentary YouTube tutorial? Dear Lord. Nug said, when are you going to show everyone your Robin Leach gimmick? Do I have a very expensive chair? That was a hot impression for a minute, and then it stopped. Kayla, do you have anything to say? Do you want me to invite? If you want to speak, hit the request button. I'm not going to force it on you. I got 10 minutes left. So Rachel said, I cannot whistle. It's just impossible for me to do so. You need to wet your whistle. It's got to be a little moist. So I would suggest using some chapstick. Is she Yeah, she is on Space. And Matt said you should go on Spaces. Should I request her? If you want to speak, Kayla, you hit request. I'm not going to force it on you. I know you're busy doing things your way. Rob said, my eyelids are just as fat as my thumbs, so I don't know if I'll be able to see these messages. It's oh, Jesus. Okay. Hello? Yeah, you put yourself on mute, Kayla. You got to take yourself off mute.
Is this working?
Yes, it's working. Hello, I can hear you. And so you say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. This is wild.
Is this like a morning voice for you?
Well, I've had my morning tea. So, yes. Wow, there's a lot of people here.
Well, there is. You're popular. People want to hear what you have to say about Orlando.
Oh, I'm nervous now. I'm going to mute myself.
Oh, my God. She muted herself. She ducked out. It was that quick. The peer pressure. She's a person. She needs a whole team behind her, a whole crew. The smoke and mirrors kind of thing. And then when it's intimate, when it's just the person, she chickened out. And, let me tell you something. You know who wouldn't do that? Perhaps a Bill Engvall would not do that. She's muted herself. Is she off? Are you off again? She unmuted herself and then remuted herself again. Hello?
Hi.
Are you okay? Do you want to apologize to anyone or?
No, I just love how you continue making the same jokes all morning long. We gotta work on your material.
Yes, something more topical like Halloween decorations and Christmas decorations, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I hope nobody on this chat has put up the Christmas tree yet.
Why does that bother you? And my question is, can people get away with Nightmare Before Christmas decorations?
We still got to wait at least until mid-October.
But would you consider those Halloween decorations or Christmas decorations?
Christmas.
Really? It's a skeleton in a suit.
And that's how I was. I had a Nightmare Before Christmas tree during Christmas time.
Right.
Yes. So I wouldn't put that up now.
No, that would be ridiculous.
It would be ridiculous.
Yeah. What else bothers you? What about these airplanes?
I'm muting myself again.
Oh my God. She's a coy one. Let me say that. She can't handle the heat. She's going to unmute herself at some point. We'll see. Now I have to keep a watchful eye on it. I wanted to ask her thoughts on the Tony Awards. David said He has continued the same jokes for a decade now. Yeah, well, it's because you're at the same level of mediocrity you were when we started on this journey. It's not my fault that you're the same person. I've talked about other stuff. Fuck. Maybe I do need to get new material. Maybe I should get... Oh, Kayla's back. You can't just burst into the room whenever you want. Go ahead. You have a thought?
Yes, I can. Yeah. I think Dave and I need to talk offline about your horrible jokes.
Good luck texting David. You'll text him, you'll forget about it, and then he'll answer you like 3 weeks later. You did. Oh, she muted herself. What a pain in the ass. I may put her on the Tucci list. This is Tucci-like behavior, I must say. D said the lead up to the muting process is very good. Sean is now doing a Foxworthy impression. If you can't figure out how to unmute yourself on Spaces, you might be Caleb Braxton. I like the you might be Caleb. This is my new material. If you can't write a whole sentence without sending it in a YouTube chat, you might be Caleb Braxton. If you do Orlando your way, Rob said, pure sass from Kayla. You can't do the flow. David said, I've heard the same jokes for 33 years now, so I'm just making an observation. Have you changed your act at all? Is it time to reboot David's famed band, Year 2000? Can you send me an album or something? I'm going to look it up, and maybe we could do acoustic covers. Erica said, don't listen to her, RJ. Some people like my material. Shit. Well, now I'm all insecure, and I'm going to have to change my material. Shit. Maybe I should turn face. Vomino said, this is definitely morning entertainment. Rob said, you're just letting her commandeer the chat. You've changed. I've lost it. Matt said, Kayla often does... You can't do this. You can't just pop in like Big Brother. She came in and she laughed like she was the Joker, and then she ducked out. I got Cesar Romero. Incidentally, I think she also puts makeup over her mustache. That's good material. It's a good Cesar Romero joke, and she doesn't know. So you have to look up Cesar Romero. Aaron said, this is such a spicy Sunday. Positively E said, I bet Charles was a senator. That's correct. Matt said, we're ready for the Blue Mic tour. I was going to ask you about your stand-up, and maybe we could have done like a little Stephen Eady kind of duo act once I explained to you who they are. Positively E said, reboot David. SM said, kick her out. Queen said, please don't turn face. I think the only way I can turn face is by telling people I'm a heel and them disagreeing with it. Otherwise, I have nothing. That genuine likability thing is totally lost on me. David said, please don't. The shame meter pings when Year 2000 comes up. Well, good thing I didn't say let's remount Sherlock Holmes, David. Positively E said, ready to rumble too. The first one was more than there was enough rumbling. And Oliver Platt has not kept himself in ring shape. Physically, he looks good, but his cardio is shot. SM said, creepy laugh out of nowhere. Nug said, respect because of Cesar Romero. That was I think the Phantom of the Opera did that once. The laughing. It's like, oh, this Phantom, where is he? And then you just hear, I need to do just an audio clip of Kayla laughing, presumably with her tea. SM said, creepy laugh out of nowhere. Kingdom said, I like Kayla popping in and out like she's half talk show sidekick and half arch enemy. She's the Art Moore of my life. I'll let you kids...
I'm no one's sidekick, especially not RJ's.
Wow. Well, maybe if you had your own show. Hey, how's the Braxton Beat doing? She's muted herself again. It's always good to have one in the chamber for such an occasion. Matt said, Kayla doesn't drink coffee. She shouldn't be here. I didn't even know that. And she said, oh, well, I had my tea. She probably made a whole performance with the bag, and it's a peppermint flavored water. And she's like, oh, it's very good for my throat.
Coffee stunts your growth, clearly.
Clearly. So how long have you been drinking it is my question. Does it give you larger thumbs? Coffee stunts your growth. What a weird, what a pseudoscience claim. Wow, have I not stopped growing? Am I not done? Queen said, I volunteer to replace Jimmy King. And what tea are you drinking? And Kayla, how do you pronounce Rubius? Rooibos? Roobios? You know what I'm talking about? Kayla? I love how I'm summing her like, it's like, you know that tea? That T, Roobios. Do you know how to pronounce that?
No.
Great. All right. Will you mute yourself again, please? Jesus. I feel like this is like laughing. All right. This is the end of the show. I'm leaving now. Do you have anything to say, Kayla? Do you want to say goodbye to anyone? No. Yes. Hello. You can't unmute and then mute. You got to commit.
You know what? I hope everybody in this chat has a fantastic Sunday, except for RJ City.
Well,
ta-ta.
Yeah, you certainly made that happen. I hope your tea burns your tongue. Let's get a final look. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone for joining me or something. Let's get a final look at these Lilac underwear. They're very hip. I know Kayla can't comment on them, but she wanted to tell you how hip they were. And that's it. Stay tuned because there's going to be a clip of my mother singing California Dreaming. And maybe next time Kayla joins me, she'll have the gumption to actually sing with me and her morning voice. Until next time, Godspeed, my apologies, and God bless.